Interesting. Good morning. Good morning. I just had the wrong cards, the wrong camera chosen then. Have no idea how come, but that's okay. I've obviously been playing with some buttons again, and that's okay too, because I have fun. I'm Rosboundy, Psychic Medium, bringing you the daily Lenormand card spread reading. Yes, it is the Lenormand today. I chose to go back to that rather than the little mini tarot that I did yesterday. But that was fun too. So let's go and have a look at the cards. Tune into your psychic senses and what you need to be putting there with your connection, angels, spirit, whatever. We all have our different ways of receiving our messaging. So just going to switch over to the cards. Here we go. That's it. Oh, I didn't realise I was so zoomed in yet. There we go. That's the cards. We've got the little pixie ones today, and I'm just slightly out of alignment. I thought I had everything ready. Well, it's a Sunday. I didn't check it all, but that's okay too. There we go. And I think I've got the table just a bit out of line with the camera at the moment. There we go. I've got a lot of there we goes, haven't I? It's a beautiful morning, even though if you have a look outside, let me just show you again how, oh, you can't see it there, can you? Let me see. I'll change it over and swap it round again for you, just so you can see. Have a look. Oh, that's supposed to swap there. There we go. It's really dull, dark, grey. It's a very interesting morning this morning, so not really conducive to warmth. It's quite cool, and yet I put on a summer dress this morning, so there you go. I must have felt a prediction of intention. Right, 4 cards only this morning is what I chose out of the Pixies Astounding Lenormand deck. It's a very interesting deck. The artwork is well, it's a little bit more along the line of the Rider-Waite, I feel, and the deck itself is by Edmund Zabrowski, and I was just going to have a quick look to see if I could find where the artist is mentioned, whoever that is. No, I don't think it is. Oh, hang on. Well, there we go. We've got that as the side of the tin, because this is actually a tin. So is it going to be, I haven't actually read this side before, lovingly created with artwork from Smith-Waite Tarot deck. So someone's done it to that style, is the Smith-Waite. I thought it was like the Rider and Waite. So the Golden Vanity, a charming 36 petite Lenormand deck, tribute to Pamela Coleman Smith. It's an interesting history that is the tarot and the Lenormand and even the Kipper and possibly many other styles of cards. I'm going to put that down there and shift this over a bit that way. I think it looks a little more balanced with how I've got the camera and everything. Good. So what we have here is the garden, the fish, the scythe and the lady, and that's the order that I lay them down as well, so that's how I'll read them. And good morning, Keza. You're up early for a Sunday morning. Oh, well, I mean, is it early at 8 o'clock at any point? It feels a little late for me. And we've got Katie, Jamison Swatika. I wonder how you pronounce that one. Interesting that I can't. The phonetics of words can be tricky. Good morning, Katie. Lovely to see you here. So, love that little galah that was sitting there too. Lovely. All of our native animals, I do think, are very special. Not that I'm feeling biased being a Aussie either. Anyway, the garden. We've got the garden and the fish in that is our more conscious levels today. So, okay. Keza says it's 8:34 there at the moment. Oh, of course, you're ahead of us. You're Victorian. That's good. You're a little bit further ahead, so it's not quite that early. Thank you, Keza. And we've got Katie saying I pronounced it very well. Well, that's good. Thank you very much for that. And Caro, lovely to have you here this morning as well. Beautiful, beautiful soul. Right. I've got to get back to it, don't I? Garden and fish. So it's from Mother Earth and the, well, what do we call them? Grandfather oceans, Neptune's oceans, whatever. We've got that is definitely earthy, and that is definitely watery. So it's that moving out into nature brings us from that within and shifting out. So we're making public, we're being out and open. So it's being able to shift into appreciation of the surrounds, of what we have around us, and how we're moving about within that. So, if it feels like the right time, a time of day for you to go for a picnic or anything that is in your local parks or gardens, that type of area, enjoy togetherness with others who are your close family, anything like that is what we can experience as the garden energy in our cards today. And, well, in our lives, we're putting this into action in our lives. And part of that process for that consciousness of choosing what we're doing and everything is recognizing the abundance that we have around us and others that we have around us, and being in synchronicity with those we have around us. We are connecting on that level of humanity that is close interpersonal relationships with the fish today. That's what I'm feeling. So if you have family close to you, bring them into that realm of self and you taking note of how you're interacting with those. Look, even for those who have passed on already, and bringing that sense of loving memories, continuing. I'm getting a continuity sound to it. So even though it doesn't matter where we are, whether we are out and open in our public spaces and the rest, or whether we're in that inner garden for self, that we are connecting and creating even more abundance of what is our memories, what is our interactions, of our learning journeys. Because, as you know, the group of fish is called a school, so it comes to mind that we learn and grow with together. So that's what I'm getting with this. It really is a togetherness in our an abundance of togetherness as well. Create that space today with intention that you will enjoy that getting together with others. Sometimes there's been over the years times where I just really haven't felt in the mood or wanted to. I've put, for family events and things like that, and you sort of um, you've got to go. So you do, but you find as soon as you're in that space of connecting with others that things just start to flow, and it turns out to be the most perfect of days and interactions with others. You find by the end of it you've had an absolutely fabulous time. And that is part of the growth and learning, isn't it? And moving in that flow. So then we're going to come down to this that's a little bit more on that subconscious level, let us say. The scythe and the lady. Um, the scythe is a very cutting tool, so be wary. And the lady, of course, is the feminine energy. It is that is womanly, nurturing, soft, more gentle, able to see from that perspective that is a little bit more along the mothering side, and having that sense of what we perceive is going to be in that style today, that is, well, I mean, I am a mother, grandmother type thing, so I suppose it's assumed I've got a lot of this nurturing softness around me. Others around me might think, really? But it is that energetics of the nurturing moon energy, the yin energy, that is feminine, of course. But what we've got here with the scythe, that cutting tool, make sure it is sharp. It's like your knives in a kitchen for those who do the cooking and use those tools. It's always a safer tool when it is sharp. Blunt knives are the ones that do most damage. So it's the same with the scythe, of the edge, the cutting edge of a scythe. is to have it as sharp as you can to give the cleanest cut, to lessen the effort in using the tool, because if it's cutting cleanly and you're being able to harvest with that good slice off, you're not losing as much in the top of your crop if it's wheat or grains, that type of thing, rice. It's going to be a more productive and more efficient run through that harvesting as you're gathering. And it also gives it that easy, the swing, the whole action of doing and using the tool is then economized, minimized, made very much more efficient. So we're looking at the efficiency in how we're doing things in that wonderful, loving, nurturing way. And these being below the horizon, so to speak, for how I'm reading these today, it's the more subconscious level of what we're experiencing. So this here above with the garden and the fish is what is more obvious and seen, and we're aware of what we're doing as we're shifting about and having our picnics or whatever we're doing with others. This is the energies behind, that underneath. We're going to be interacting with that feminine touch, with that cutting edge of being succinct without knowing it. We're going to have more efficient movements in how we're moving around with those who we're connecting with today. Be careful of anything that is sharp, though, that you're not going to cut yourself. So that's why I mention having that sharp edge to the tool. We know now with the cards revealing this as part of the energetics in the day to have more of an awareness than that, than if we'd left it exactly, absolutely to the subconscious level, if you get what I mean. Some of that can be an interesting thing to analyse if that's what you're doing. Now I'm just going to go a little bit closer to the cards as I'm reading them. Here we are with the closer view of, oops, I'm just shifting them again. Oh, I moved, clicked wrong. Closer look at this garden. It has all of the elements, so all of the elements of what we're doing today in that public arena, in shifting out of the house to do something. Here we've got that continuity of the water shifting and moving through the fountain and returning to the top and being its perfect cycle. So, and being the 2x, like as in the 20 card, feel that wonderful time, the space, the energy that you're going to have in sharing time and space with others today, and being able to bring that into that gentler realm of the feminine, and being, knowing that whatever it is that you're doing at that subconscious, less obvious level is going to be its perfect harvest. You go, and even weeding, sometimes you might need to swing it around to some of the weeds, which is, you might, in that interaction with those that you're having at a picnic or barbecue or whatever, that it's going to be a bit of a cut-off for some because they're misbehaving. You'll know what you're needing to do to cut out someone that has that sort of influence in your day as well. But it's done where it's gentle, it's in the right way for you to be able to learn and grow for who you are in life, because that's what it is. Oops, I did that too far. So I hope you can interpret that and understand it in whatever way you need to for the cards that are present for us today in that wonderful deck, the Pixies Lenormand deck. That slightly different artwork. It is different. Pick up the energetics you feel from it and the messages that Spirit's giving to you. Okay, and shift out into somewhere that's lovely gardens and stuff would be a wonderful way to spend the day too, even if it is a little overcast. I'll be going out into mine for a little bit too. And good morning, Shaz. I know I didn't slide down. I was busy doing the reading. So good morning and how are you? And also Caitlin, good morning and how are you? So I will finish it there. So thank you from Keza, and have a beautiful day to everyone as we do move out into our day doing what we feel for us is the best that we can do for being the best of who we are. Okay, and as we do, continue to learn and grow and be open to adjusting and doing any weeding and gathering and whatever you need to. Just be careful of the edge of any blades today. So, thank you for being here and joining with me, and lovely emojis there. Thank you, Shaz. Mwah. And we have Shirley just saying good evening as well. Wherever you Canada, my tongue just got tired, didn't I think I do need my coffee. So thank you. And wonderful. Thank you so much, Caro, as well. To each and every one of you, blessings. Keep being the best you, and namaste until tomorrow.